us, along with our changing venue. The weather gods did not cooperate tonight, but the theater gods have blessed us. We have said our usual prayers to Dionysus, and everything is good. This is the cast of The Taming of the Shrew, and what you're going to see is the same show, but it's slightly different in here. It's not as pretty, perhaps, but it's every bit as funny, and we hope you enjoy yourselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I say, knock me here and wrap me well, or I'll knock your knave's pate.
My master is quarrelsome. I should knock you first, and then I will come by the word.
Wait, Duncan, with thy knocking, how wouldst thou could? There's the respect must give us pause, than to fly to others that we know not of, and makes us rather fling the arrows of outrageous fortune. Great nature's second course murders the innocent sleep. But that the fear of something after death, for who would mortals bear to Burnham Woods encompass of the name, that makes calamity of so long life to be or not to be. That is the bear bogkill.
Will it not be fate, sirrah, and you'll not knock, I'll ring it. Try how you can sulphur and sing it.
Can't master's help, my master is mad.
Now knock when I bid you, villain.
Wow, now, what is the matter? My old friend Grumio, and good friend Petruchio, how do you all in Padua?
Signor Hortensio, come you to part the fray?
Rise, Grumio, rise. We will compound this quarrel.
Nay, please, no matter what he alleges in the land, if this not be a lawful cause for me to leave his service, he bid me knock him and rap him and sound me, sir. But was it fit for a servant to use his master's so, being perhaps brought, they see, 2 and 30 and peep out? Whom would the God I would have knocked first, then to Grumio come by the worst?
A senseless villain, good Hortensio. I bade the rascal knock upon your gate, and could not get him from my heart to do it.
Oh heavens, spake you not these words? Knock me here, rap me here, knock me well, and knock me inside. And now you're coming with knocking at the gate.
Be gone, or talk not, I advise you.
Petruchio, patience. I am Grumio's flesh. Why, this is heavy chance to exhibit you, your ancient, trusted, pleasant servant Grumio. And tell me now, sweet friend, what happy gale blows you here in battle from old Rome?
Such winds as scatters young men through the world to seek their fortunes farther than at home, where small experience grows. But in a few, Signor Hortensio, thus it stands with me. Antonio, my father, is deceased. And I have thrust myself into this maze, happily to wive and thrive as best I may.
Petruchio, shall I then come round to thee and wish thee to a shrewd, ill-favored wife? Thou hast thanked me but a little for my counsel, and I promise thee she shall be rich, and very rich. But thou art too much, my friend, and I'll not wish thee to work.
Signor Hortensio, twixt such friends as we, few words suffice. And therefore, if thou know one rich enough to be Petruchio's wife, I'll come to wive it wealthily in Padua, if wealthily, then happily in Padua.
Nay, look you, sir, he tells you gladly what his mind is. Give him enough gold and marry him to a puppet or an apple baby, or even an old trout with ever a tooth in her head. Why, she may have as many diseases as 250 horses. Or nothing comes amiss, so money comes with all.
Petruchio, since we are set thus far in, I will continue that approach to jest. I can, Petruchio, help thee to a wife, with wealth enough and young and beauteous as brought up becomes a gentlewoman. Her only fault, and that is fault enough, is that she is intolerable, cursed, and shrewd, and froward, so beyond all measure, for my estate far worse it is, with a winner for a mine of gold.
Hortensio, peace. Thou knowest not gold's effect. Tell me her mother's name, and 'tis enough. For I will board her though she chides as loud as thunder when the clouds are on the track.
Her mother is Baptista Minola, an affable and courteous gentleman. Her name is Katharina Minola, renowned in Padua for her scolding tongue.
I know her mother, though I know not her, and she knew my deceased father well. I will not sleep, Hortensio, until I see her, and therefore let me be thus bold with you to give you over at this our first encounter, unless you will accompany me thither.
I pray you, sir, let him go on the humor lass. On my word, if she knew me as well as I do, she would think scolding would do little good upon him. You know him not, sir.
Terence Petruchio, I must go with thee, for in Baptista's keep my treasure is. She hath the jewel of my life in hold, her youngest daughter, beautiful Bianca, and her withholds from me, and other more, suitors to her and rivals in my love. Suppose to get it think it possible, for all those defects I before rehearsed, that ever will Katharina be wooed. Therefore this order hath Baptista taken, that none shall have access to Bianca till Catherine the Cursed hath got a husband.
Catherine the Cursed, the title is made of all titles the worst.
Now, will my friend Petruchio do me grace and offer me disguise and sober robes? Told Baptista as a schoolmaster, well seen in music, so at least by this device I may at least have leave and leisure to make love to her, and to unsuspected courting by herself.
Here's no neighborhood. You beguile the old folk, the young folk lay their head together. Master, master, look about you. Who goes there?
Patience, Romeo. It is the rival of my love. Petruchio, stand by.
A proper street you man.
Oh, very well, I peruse the note. Hop you shall have them very fairly bound, all books of love, and see that at any hand, and see you be no other lectures to it. You understand me? Over and besides Signor Baptista's liberality, I'll mend it with the lodgers. Take your paper too. And I'll have them very well perfumed, for she is sweeter than perfume itself.
That be all, masters. I hear no harm.
No, say we so, friend. What countryman?
Born in Verona, old Antonio's son. My father dead. My fortune lives for me, and I do hope good days and long to see.
Most says such a life for such a wife is strange. But if you have the stomach to it, in God's name, you shall have me assisting you in all. But will you woo this wild cat?
Will I live?
Will you woo her? Aye, or I'll hang her.
Why come I hither but to that intent? You think a little din can daunt mine ears? Have I not in my time heard lions roar? Have I not heard the sea puffed up with wind, rage like an angry boar chafed with sweat? Have I not heard great ordnance in the field and heaven artillery's thunder in the sky? Have I not in a pitched battle heard loud alarms name steeds and trumpets clang? And do you tell me of a woman's tongue that gives not half so great a blow to hear as will a chestnut in a farmer's fire? Tuss, tuss, fear boys with thugs.
For he fears none.
Hortensio, hark, this gentleman has happily arrived, my mind presumes, for his own good and ours.
I promised we would be contributors, and to bear his charge of boon whatsoever.
And we will, provided he win her.
I would, I were sure of a good demon.
Gentlemen, God save you. Now tell me, I beseech you, which is the readiest way to the house of Senor Baptista Minola?
She that has the two fair daughters. Is it she, you mean?
Even she be a Della.
Now, hark you, sir, you mean
Perhaps him and her, sir. What have you to do?
Not her that chides, sir, at any hand I pray.
I was not the one that shot, sir. Yendo, that's a way.
Well begun, Shrine. Sir, a word ere you go. Are you a suitor of the maiden you speak of? Yea or no?
And if I be, sir, is that any offense?
No, without more words it will get you, hence.
Why, sir, not the streets as free for me as for you?
But so not is she.
Tell me, I beseech you.
For this reason, if you'll know, that she's the choice love of Signor Gremio.
That she's the chosen love of Signor Hortensio.
Softly, my masters. Now, if you be gentlemen, do me this right. Hear me with patience. Baptista is a noble gentleman. To my father is all unknown. And what her daughter, fair than she is, she may most suit his hand, and me for one. Fair Leda's daughter had 1,000 wooers, and one well and more shall fair Bianca have. As Lucentio shall make one, though Paris came and hope to speed alone.
What? This gentleman will out-talk us all.
Sir, give him head. I know he'll prove a jade.
Hortensio, to what end are all these words?
Sir, may I be so bold to ask you, have you yet ever seen Baptista's daughter?
No, sir.
But
here I do, she hath two. The one is famous for a scolding tongue, as for the other, for beauteous modesty.
Sir, the first from me. Let her go by.
Yea, leave that labor to great Hercules.
Sir, understand you this of me in sooth. The younger daughter whom you hearken for, her mother keeps from all access of suitors, and will not promise her to any man until the elder sister first be wed. The younger then is free, and not before.
And if it be so, sir, then you are the one that must stead us all, and me amongst the rest. But if you break the ice, and do this feat, achieve the other, and set the younger free for her access, whose half should be to have will not so grace as be to be ingrate.
Sir, you speak well, you do concede. And since you do profess to be a suitor, you must, as we do, gratify this gentleman whom we all stand generally beholden.
Sir, I shall not be slack in sign whereof. Please, you may contrive this afternoon, and quaff carouses to our mistress of health. And, as adversaries do in law, strive mightily, but eat and drink as friends.
Oh, excellent motion.
Fellows, let's begun.
The motion's good indeed, and so it be. Petruchio, I shall be your Benvenuto.
Sister, wrong me not, nor wrong yourself to make a bondmaid and slave of me. Of that I disdain. Before these other goods unbind my hands. I'll pull them off myself. All my raiment to my petticoat, what you will command me will I do, so I know my duty to my elders.
Of all thy suitors, here I charge thee. Tell whom thou lovest best. See thou dissemble not.
Believe me, sister, of all the men alive, I never yet held that face of which I could fancy more than any other.
Me, and thou liest. Is it not Hortensio?
If you affect him, sister, here I swear I'll plead for you myself, but you shall have him.
Oh, then belike you fancy riches more. You will have Grego to keep you fair.
Is it for him? Do you envy me so? Nay, then you
Say me, gentlemen.
And you, good lady, pray, do you not have a daughter called Katharina, fair and virtuous?
I have a daughter called Katharina.
To an orderly.
You wrong me, Signor Gremio, give me leave. I'm a gentleman of Verona, man, that hearing of her beauty and her wit, her affability and bashful modesty, her wondrous qualities and mild behavior, am bold to show myself a forward guest within your house, to make mine eye a witness of that report which I so oft have heard. And for an entrance to my entertainment, I do present you with a man of mine, cunning in both music and mathematics, to instruct her fully on those sciences, whereof I know she is not ignorant. Accept of him, or else you do me wrong. His name is Litio, born in Malta.
You're welcome, sir, and he for your good sake. But for my Catherine, this I know, she's not for your turn, the more my grief.
I see you wish not to follow it, or else you like not.
Mistake me not, sir, I speak but as I find. Whence are you? What may I call your name?
Petruchio is my name, old Antonio's son, a man well known throughout all Italy.
I knew him well. You're welcome.
Is saving your tale, Petruchio. Let us let our poor petitioner speak too. Baccalaureate, you are a marvelous forward.
Oh, pardon me, Signor Gremio, I would fain be due.
I doubt it not, sir, but you will curse your woman. Neighbors, this is a gift very grateful, I am sure of it, to express the like kindness, myself, that have been more kindly beholden to you than any, freely express unto you this scholar. He is long and certain at readings, as cunning in Greek and Latin and other languages, as the other being in music and mathematics. Pray accept his service.
Thousand thanks, Signor Gremio, and welcome, good Cambio. But tell, sir, methinks you oft like a stranger. May I be so bold to know the cause of your coming?
Pardon me, ma'am. Boldness is mine own. That being a stranger in the city here, do make himself a suitor unto your daughter, unto Bianca, fair and virtuous. Know as your firm resolve, and
And every day I cannot come to live. You knew my father well, and in him me, left solely heir to all his lands and goods, which I have bettered rather than decreased. Then tell me, if I should win your daughter's love, what dowry shall I have with her to wife?
After my death, the one hath my lands, and in possession 20,000 crowns.
And with that dowry, I'll assure her of her widowhood, be it that she survives me, in all my lands and leases whatsoever. Let specialties be therefore drawn between us, that covenants may be kept on either hand.
That is when the special thing is well obtained, for that is her love, for that is all in all.
Why, that is nothing. For I tell you, mother, I'm as peremptory as she proud-minded. And when two raging fires meet together, they do consume the thing that feeds their fury. Though little fire grows great with little wind, yet great gusts will blow out fire and all. And so she I to her, and so she yields to me. For I am rough and woo not like a babe.
Well, may thou woo and happy be thy speed, but be thou armed for some unhappy words.
To the proof. As mountains are for winds that shakes not, though they blow perpetually.
How now, sir? Why dost thou look so pale?
Well, for fear, I promise you I'll look pale.
What, will my daughter prove a good musician?
I think she'll sooner prove a soldier. I may hold with her, but never guitars.
Why then thou canst not break her to the guitar.
Well, I know, for she hath broke the guitar to me. I did but tell her she mistook her frets and bowed her head to teach her fingering, where with the most impatient devilish spirit, frets call you these? I'll fume with them. And with that word she struck me on the head, and threw the instrument my pink made way, and there I stood amazed for a while, as on a pillar, looking through the guitar. While she did call me rascal fiddler and twangly jacket, 'twas such vile turns, she so studied to misuse me so.
Oh, it is a lusty wench. I love her 10 times more than e'er I did. Oh, how I long to have some chat with her.
Well, go with me and be not so discomforted. Proceed and practice with my younger daughter. She's apt to learn and thankful for good turns. Petruchio, will you come with us, or shall I send my daughter Kate to you?
I pray you do. I'll attend her here, and woo her with some spirit when she comes. Say that she rail, why then I'll tell her plain she sings as sweetly as the nightingale. Say that she frown, then I'll tell her she looks as clear as morning roses newly washed with dew. Say she be mute and will not speak a word, well then I'll commend her volubility and say she uttereth piercing eloquence. If she bid me pack, I'll give her thanks as though she bid me stay by her a week. If she deny to wed, I'll crave the day when I shall ask the bands and when we be married. But here she comes, and now Petruchio speak. Good morrow, Kate, for that's your name I hear.
Well, have you heard but something hard of hearing? They call me Catherine that you talk with me.
You lie in faith, for you are called Bonnie Kate, and Kate the Kate the Cursed. Kate of Kate Hall, my super dainty Kate, for dainties are all cakes. And therefore, Kate, take this of me, Kate of my consolation, hear in my mildest praise in every town, thy virtue spoke of, and thy beauty sounded. Yet not so deeply as to me belongs, myself am moved to woo thee from my eye.
Moved? In good time. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew you at the first you were immovable.
Why? What's a movable?
A joint stool.
Thou hast hit it. Come sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
No such James you, me.
Alas, I will not burden thee, Kate, for knowing thee to be young and light.
Too light for such a swing as you to catch, and yet as heavy as my weight should be.
Should buzz.
Well taken it for a buzzard.
Oh, slow-winged turtle, will a buzzard take thee?
I for a turtle as it takes a buzzard.
Oh, come, Kate. In faith, you are too angry.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting.
My remedy is then to pluck it out.
I, if the fool could find where it lies.
Who knows not where a wasp does keep his sting? In his tail.
In his tongue.
Whose tongue?
Yours if you talk of tails, and so farewell.
What of my tongue in your tail? Nay, come again, good Kate. I'm a gentleman.
That I'll try.
I swear, I'll cuff you if you strike again.
So may you lose your arms. If you strike me, you are no gentleman, and if no gentleman, why then no arms.
Oh, a herald, Kate, put me in my books.
What is your crest, a coxcomb?
A combless cock, so Kate will be my head.
No cock of mine, you crow too like a craven.
Nay, come, Kate, come. You must not look so sour.
It is my fashion when I see a crab.
Well, there's no crab, and therefore look not sour.
There is, there is.
Then show it me.
Had I a glass, I would.
What, you mean my face?
Well aimed of such a young one.
Now, by St. George, I am too young for you.
Yet you are withered.
'Tis with care.
I care not.
Nay, hear you, Kate, and sooth, you state not so.
I chafe you if I tarry. Let me go!
No, not a whit. 'Twas, I find you passing gentle. 'Twas told me you were rough and coy and sullen, but thou art pleasant, gamesome, passing courteous, but slow in speech, yet sweet as springtime flowers. Thou canst not frown, thou canst not look askance, nor bite the lip, as angry wenches will. Nor hast thou pleasure to be cross in talk, but thou with mildness entertainest thy wooers, with gentle countenance, soft and affable. Why does the world report that Kate doth limp? O slanderous world, Kate like the hazel twig is straight and slender, and as brown as you as hazelnuts and sweeter than the kernels. Oh, let me see thee walk, Kate, thou dost not halt.
Where did you learn all this goodly speech?
'Tis extempore from my mother wit.
A witty mother, witless else her son.
Am I not wise?
Yes, keep you warm.
Very so, and yet, sweet Catherine, in thy bed. But thus in plain terms, setting all this chat aside, your mother has consented that you shall be my wife. Your dowry agreed on, and I will marry you. Now, I am a husband for your turn, for by this life whereby I see thy beauty that doth make me like thee well, I am moved to woo thee for my wife. For I am he am born to tame you, Kate, and bring you from a wild Kate to a Kate, conformal as other household Kates. Now, here comes your mother. Never make denial, I must and will have Catherine for my wife.
Now, Senor Petruchio, how speed you with my daughter?
How but well, ma'am, how but well. It were impossible that I should speed amiss.
How now, daughter Catherine, and your don'ts?
Call you me daughter? Now I promise you have showed a tender motherly regard to wish me wed to one half lunatic, a madcap ruffian and a swearing jack that thinks with oaths to face the matter out.
Mother, 'tis thus. Yourself and all the world that have spoke of her have spoke amiss of her. For if she be cursed, it is for policy. For she's not froward, but modest as the dove, and she's not hot, but tempered as the morn. And to conclude, we have breed so well together that upon Sunday is the wedding day.
I'll see thee hanged on Sunday first.
Guilt says she'll see thee hanged first.
Is this your speeding? Hey then, that's off, Rod.
Be patient, gentlemen. If I choose her for myself, what's that to you? 'Tis a bargain twixt us twain, being alone, that she shall still be cursed in company. For I tell you, it is incredible to believe how much she loves me. She hung about my neck, and kiss on kiss she vowed so fast, protesting oath on oath that in a twink she won me over to her love. Oh, you are not. There's a world to see when men and women are alone. A meacock wrench can make the cursest true. Give me thy hands, Kate. I will unto Venice to buy apparel against the wedding day. Bid the feast, mother, and provide the guests. I will be sure my Catherine will be fine.
I know not what to say, but give me your hands. God send you joy, Petruchio. 'Tis a match.
Mother, wife, and gentlemen and Jew, I will unto Venice. Sunday comes apace. We will have rings and things in fine array. Now kiss me, Kate. Will we be married on Sunday?
Was ever a match clapped up so subtly?
Thanks, gentlemen. Now I play a merchant's part and venture madly on a desperate mark.
This commodity they friended by you. So we'll bring you gain, we'll perish on the seas.
The gain I seek is
And opposed against my heart to a mad brave Ruthby full of spleen, who wooed in haste and means to wed at leisure. I told you I was a frantic fool, hiding his bitter jest and blunt behavior, and to be noted for a merry man, who woo 1,000, point the day of marriage, make friends, invite, yet never means to wed where he hath wooed. Now must the world point at poor Catherine and say, Lo, there is mad Petruchio's wife, if it would please him, come and marry her.
Patience, good Catherine, and Baptista too. Upon my life, Petruchio means but well, whatever fortune stays him from his work. Though he be blunt, I know him passing wise, and though he be married, yet with all, he's honest.
When Catherine had never seen him, though.
Oh, no, girl, I cannot blame thee now to weep, for such an injury would vex a very saint, much more shrill of thine patient humor.
Master, news, and such old news as you never heard of.
Is it new and old too? How may that be?
Why, is it not news to hear of Petruchio's coming?
Is it come?
Why, no,
What then?
he is coming.
When will he be here?
When he stands where I am and sees you there.
But say, what is I on news?
Why, Petruchio is coming in a new hat and an old jerkin, a pair of breeches thrice turned, a pair of boots that have been candle cases, one buckled, the other laced, and an old rusty sword taken out of the town armory, with 2 broken hilts, shapeless, with broken points.
Who comes with him?
Oh, ma'am, his lackey, for all the world caparisoned, with a kersey boot hose on one leg and a linen stock on the other, gartered with a red and blue list, an old hat, and the humor of 40 fancies prickled in it for a feather. A monster, a very monster,
Gilbert breaks into this fashion. He oftentimes goes with me in apparel.
I'm glad he comes, howsoever he comes.
Why, ma'am, he comes not.
It's not thou just say he comes.
Who? That Petruchio came?
Ah, that Petruchio came.
I said his horse comes, with him on its back.
Why, that's all one.
Come, where be these commands? Who's at home?
No, welcome, sir.
And yet I come not well.
And yet you hard times.
Not so well apparel as I wish you were.
Were it better that I should rush in thus? But where is Kate? Where is my lovely bride? How does my mother? Gentles, methinks you frown, and wherefore gaze this goodly company, as if you saw some wondrous monument, some common or unusual property.
Sir, you know today is your wedding day. First, we were sad, fearing you would not come. Now sadder that you come so unprovided. Fine, doff this habit, shame to your estate, and I saw to our solemn festival.
Tell us what occasion import has so long detained you from your wife, and sent you hither, so unlike herself.
Tedious a word to tell and harsh to hear. Sufficeth I am come to keep my word. But where is Kate? Where the morning wears? This time we were at church.
See not your bride in these unruffled robes. Go to my chamber, put on clothes of mine.
Not I, believe me, thus I'll visit her.
But thus I trust you will not marry her.
Good sooth, even thus. But what a fool am I to sit here and chat with you when I should bid good morrow to my bride and seal the title with a lovely kiss.
He has some meaning in his mad attire. We'll persuade him, be it possible, put on better air before you go to church.
I'll after him and see the event of this.
But sir, love concerns us to add to our Father's liking, which, to bring to pass, as I before imparted to your worship. I am to get a man, whatever he be. In skills not much, we'll fit him to our turn. And he shall be Vincentio of Pisa, and make assurance and power of greater sums than I have promised.
My bridegroom's place.
And as brown in hue as hazelnuts and
Easy as it looks. And those teary people up there and right here are doing the best they can to give you an experience that you'll never forget. And there's no question from your success, from that little list I just read of what you've done, that they've done it quite well. They've sacrificed, mentored, pushed, pulled, supported, screamed, loved, and done all the things so you can win every award under the sun. They're heroes, and they deserve your unconditional love, and I know they have it. Now I realize that there are times that we, them, me, might have seemed crazy to you. In fact, I remember swearing, and I bet they can remember too, as a parent, that we would never live through our children. I remember before I had kids how smart I was. And I was never gonna live through my kids. And we all used to laugh at that person in the bleachers who screamed just a little too hard at a Little League game. Or the person who talked a little too much about their kids' good grades. And we didn't understand those feelings until you came along and changed everything. Suddenly, inexplicably, with every goal you scored, every academic award you win, every solo you play, our chests, their chests, puff out a bit. Our shoulders go back, and we're young again for a few minutes. That's the way this goes. And every time we look in the mirror, and we all see our moms and dads looking back at us, and we get sad about our age, and a little bit of gray in our hair and wrinkles, well, they all disappear when we look at you. In you, we see strength, hope, and endless opportunity. We see what was for us and what can be for you. Your life pumps us up. It excites our imagination because there's so much yet to happen. Your existence reminds us of a time in our lives when we had the world completely at our fingertips, like you do right now. And that makes our imagination go wild, so just be patient as we're a little hyped up these next couple days and we love you a little too much. Let me speak for your parents when I say, enjoy this time. You see, this thing called life catches up with the best of us. You guys can laugh if you want, but believe it or not, there was a time when we, your parents, your principal, we were actually cool. And you know what? We actually went to Long Beach on Friday nights. And we actually went to Springsteen concerts. Don't say who's Springsteen, I'm gonna be devastated. We actually went to Field 5 in a friend's Jeep with the top off and the music blasting and thought we were it. Now, I know it's hard to believe when you look at us, and an exciting night for mom and dad, or for me, is ordering from the grill and getting a new movie in the queue. But we were there. So when we see you, it is so cool. It's all over again. And you gotta know that when they hug you this weekend. Now, it's funny, with everything I shared about time passing us by and it being your time, I don't think any of us are sad about being here right now. In fact, if I'm reading your parents and teachers correctly, we're consumed with pride right now. The people watching you today love you so much. Those people, they love you so much that all the words I can say can't describe it. It's going to be an emotional time. You see, there's no greater love, you're going to see it one day, than a mom or dad for their kid. There's no greater pride. By the same token, the teachers watching you here, you're an affirmation of their life's work. When you say the things you say at the podium, we go home and think we chose our hours well. Their ability to tune out everything and practice their craft is validated by your love and your appreciation. So for mom and dad, for our teachers, you're special, and you've given so much, and we'll never forget you. So now comes my time to say goodbye. I want to leave you with the same 4 parting wishes that we've given to every graduating class for 8 years. I hope you take a piece of Harborfield's pride with you into the next phase of your life. I hope you find college life rewarding and that you fall in love with your new school the way we fell in love with you. I hope you find a career, much like we did, that makes it a pleasure to get up in the morning and keeps you proud every day like you make us. I hope you meet a person whose eyes you can stare into one day and say, I do, knowing that you've met a soulmate that you'll have for the rest of your life. I hope you know the blessing of having a son or daughter wrap their arms around you the first time they can speak clearly and say, Mommy or Daddy, you're my best friend. I hope you know the blessings of good health. I hope you're close with your parents and you recognize their wisdom. And together, you learn the blessing of growing old and combing gray hair. Most of all, I hope you remember to keep Harborfields alive in your heart. I know that I'll emerge from this year with a lifelong pride that for one small moment in time, I stood shoulder to shoulder with the class of 2011. I can never thank you enough for the warm blanket that you've wrapped around our family. You're remarkable. Godspeed, class of 2011. We love you. Before we proceed with the general diplomas, we have a very special presentation. As most of you know, early last summer, one of our high school family members was taken from us in a terrible car accident that rocked the fabric of our community in an indescribable way. Nikki Cantor was a vibrant, intelligent, beautiful young woman who would in fact have been sitting with us today and receiving her diploma with her classmates in just a few moments. While Nikki is not with us in body, her remarkable spirit dances within us and serves as a lifelong gift to her family, friends, and community. I'd now like to bring up the members of Nikki Cantor's family for a presentation of a diploma to Ms. Dominique Nikki Cantor. Now, if you're okay with this, I think we're prepared for the formal presentation of diplomas. I now ask Mr. Nicholas Giuliano, President of the Board of Education, Ms. Maggie Bobo, Vice President, Board of Education members Michael Banks, Mr. Dolcine, to announce the graduates. This is hysterical now. Now I ask you to hold applause till all the graduates are finished, but we're all right if you don't.
John Michael Radman Bulger. Stephen Wayne Bostic, Jr. Lawrence Ryan Bracken. Brandon Eric Brideau. Jake Dylan Brugman. Jason Thomas Burlingame. Sean T. Burns. Giacomo Caparata. Tyler Daniel Caputo.
I'm gonna go give Miss Jackson a hug. I'm gonna go give Miss.
He has to walk out over there. Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Okay, this is my favorite shot, Chris. That was my favorite shot of the day. Him running.
To catch up with everybody.
There she goes, like mother, like daughter.
Come on, get one for Maggie. Show on. Get a urinal too.
I always wanted to graduate high school.
I'll just take it out.
Now I finally can.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Michael, you did it. Do it again. Do it again.
No.
Do it again.
One time, you better
Do it
get
again.
quick, ready?
Do it again. This is getting weird. This is getting weird. Do you have actual food though? Do you have actual food though? Or do you just get salad and rolls?
Could you make a hamburger?
Make sure you have a burger. Oh, I know.
Okay, so how about we go back to the
All right, we'll see you there.
But where's Johnny? He went well with everybody. Oh, he's got nice one.
Did you drive here? So he'll take it back. Won't he? Shan't he?
No, I was going to say, I could drive you back.
Yeah.
I'm in a good
But
spot.
wait a minute, I should go home. I should give John the money and the thing and go home.
Yes. Give John the money and the thing.
It's getting bigger. It's possible.
How now you, Philip? And that's much more for greeting. My spruce companions is all ready and is all neat.
All things is ready. How near is our master?
Even at hand, I like to be this, and therefore be not. Catch passion, silence. I hear my master.
Where be these knaves? What, no man at the door to hold my stirrup nor to take my horse? Where is Gregory, Philip? Here, sir, here, sir, here, sir, here, sir. You loggerheading and unpolished grooms. What, no attendance, no regard, no duty? Where is the foolish knave I sent before?
Here, sir, and as foolish as I was before, sir.
You peasant swank, you malt horse drudge! Did I not bid you meet me in the park and bring along these rascal knaves with thee?
Sir, Peter's coat is not fully made, and courtesies bumps are all on pinked in the heel. And there was no need to color Peter's hat, and Nicholas' dagger had not come forth from the sheathing. Yet here, all as they are to meet you.
Go, rascals, go, and fetch my supper in! Where is the life that late I led? Where are the... Comes, Kate, sit. Amen. Vote, 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 vote! Sit, Kate, and be merry. Why when I... Sit, Kate, and be merry. Off with my boots, you rogues, you villains, when... There was the friar of orders gray, and there was the fourth... Ah! You plucked my foot awry! Take that and mend the plucking of the other. Some water here, what ho? Where's my spaniel, Trowlis? Sirrah, get you hence, and bid my cousin Ferdinand come hither. One case that you must get. Where are my slippers? Shall I have the one on? Come, Kate, wash, well, on. You horse and villain, will you let it fall?
Patience, I pray you, 'twas a fault unwilling.
A heedless, jolt-headed, unmannered slave! Come, Kate, I know you have a stomach. Will you give thanks, sweet Kate, or else shall I? What is this? Mutton? Who brought it? How durst you villains? What dogs are these? How durst you villains bring it from the dresser and serve it thus to me who loves it not? Away, tear, take it to you, trenches, cups, and all. You heedless, jolt-headed, unmannered slaves. What do you grumble? I'll be with you straight.
I pray you, husband, be not so disquiet. The meat was well if you were so content.
I tell thee, Kate, 'twas burnt and dried away, and I am expressly forbid to touch, for it engenders choler. Plant the anger, and 'twere better that both of us did fast, since of ourselves are choler, than fed with such over-roasted flesh. Be patient. Tomorrow it shall be mended, for tonight we shall fast for company. Come, Kate, I'll take thee to thy bridal chamber.
Where is he?
In her chamber, making a sermon of constancy to her, and rage and sway. How so?
Thus I have politically begun my reign, and 'tis my hope to end successfully. My falcon now is sharp and passing empty. Until she swoops, she must not be full gorged, for then she never looks upon her lord. Another way I have to man my haggard, to make her come and know her keeper's call. That is to watch her as we watch these kites that bait and beat and will not be obedient. She ate no meat today, nor none shall eat. Last night she slept not, nor tonight she shall not. And as with the meat, some undeserved fault I'll find in the making of a bed. And here I'll fling the pillow, this way the bolster, there the coverlets, and another way the sheets. And amid this hurly, I'll intend that all is done in reverent care. And in conclusion, she shall wash all night. And if she chance her not, I'll rail and brawl, and with the clamor keep her still awake. This is a way to kill a wife with kindness. Thus I'll curb her mad and headstrong humor. He who knows better how to tame a shrew, now let him speak. 'Tis charity to show.
I pray, friend Lydia, is it possible Mistress Bianca doth fancy any other than Lucentio? I tell you, sir, she bears me fair in hand.
Sir, to satisfy you with what I've said before, stand by and harm the man is too cheap.
Mistress, profit you in what you read? What master read you? First resolve me that.
I read that I profess the art of love.
And may you prove, sir, master of your art?
That you, sweetie, approve mistress of my heart.
Master, I have watched so long that I am dog-weary, but at last I spied an ancient angel coming down the hill, will serve return.
What is he being dog?
Master, a merchant or a pedant, I know not what, but formal in apparel, in gain and countenance, surely like a father.
What of him, Tranio?
If you be courageous and trust my tale, I'll make him glad to see him Lucentio, and make assurance to Baptista, as if you were the right Lucentio.
As far as Rome is gone, then land me life.
What countryman, I pray?
Of Mantua.
Of Mantua, sir. Mary, God forbid, you come to Padua, kill us of your life?
My life, sir, how I pray, for that goes hard.
'Tis death from anyone from Mantua to come to Padua, knowing not the cause. Your ships are stayed at Venice, and your duke, for a private quarrel twixt your duke and him, hath published and proclaimed it openly. 'Tis marvel, you but newly come, might have else heard of proclaimed vow.
Alas, sir, it is worse for me than so, for I have bills for money by exchange from Florence, and must here deliver them.
Well, sir, to do you courtesy, this will I do, and this I will advise you. First, have you ever been at Pisa?
Ah, sir, in Pisa have I often been. Pisa renowned for brave citizens.
Among them, know you one Vincentio?
I know him, no, but I have heard of him, a merchant of incomparable wealth.
Well, sir, he is my father, and, sooth to say, countenance to make the matter good. This, by the way, I let you understand. My father is looked to every day to make assurance of a dower marriage twixt me and one Baptista's youngest daughter. In all these circumstances, I'll instruct you. Come, go with me to clothe you as becomes you.
No, forsooth, I did not for my life.
The more my wrong, the more his fat appears. What, did he marry me to famish me? Beggars that come unto my mother's door upon entreaty have a present alms. If not elsewhere, they meet with charity. But I, who never knew how to entreat, nor never needed that I should entreat, am giddy for me, starved for me, giddy for lack of sleep, with oaths kept waking, and with brawling fed. And that which fattens me more than all these wants, he does it under name of perfect love, as who should say if I should sleep or eat. 'Twere deadly sickness or else present death. I prithee go and get me some repast, I care not what, so it be wholesome food.
How do you say neat foot?
'Tis passing good, I prithee, let me have.
I cannot, I fear it is too choleric of a meat. How you say to a fat tripe, finely broiled?
I like it well, good Romeo, fetch it me.
I cannot, I fear it is too choleric. How you say to a piece of beef with mustard?
A dish that I do love to feed upon.
Aye, but the mustard is too hot a little.
Why then the beef and let the mustard rest.
Nay, you shall have the mustard or you have no beef of Grumio.
Why then one or both or anything thou wilt.
I so then the mustard without the beef?
Go, get thee gone, thou false deluding slave that feeds me with the very name of meat. Sorrow on thee and all the pack of you that triumph thus upon my misery. Go, get thee gone, I say.
How fares my Kate? What, sweet and all the more?
Mistress, what cheer?
In faith, as cold as can be.
Pluck up thy spirits, look cheerful upon me. Here, love, thou seest how diligent I am to dress thy meat thyself. I'm sure, sweet Kate, that this kindness merits thanks. What, not a word? Nay then, thou lovest it not, and all my pain is sorted to no proof. Here, take away the dish.
Oh, prithee, let it stand.
The poorest kindness is repaid with thanks, and so shall mine before you touch the meat.
I thank you, sir. Petruchio, bah, you are to blame. Come, Mistress Kate, I'll bear you company.
Eat up all, Hortensio, if thou lovest me. Much good do it unto my gentle heart. Kate, eat apace. Now, my love, we will return to thy mother's to revel it as bravely as the best. With silken coats and caps and golden rings, with ruffles and cuffs and falling gales and things, with scarfs and fans and double chains of bravery, with amber bait bracelets, beads, and all this knavery. What, hast thou donned? The tailor stays thy leisure to deck thy body with this ruff and thread. Come, tailor, let us see these ornaments. Lay forth the gown. What news with you, sir?
Here is the cap, your worship, if we speak.
Why, this is molded on a porringer, a velvet dish. Fa, 'tis lewd and filthy. Come, let me have a bigger.
I'll have no bigger. This don't fit the time, and gentlewomen wear such caps as these.
Yes, and when you are gentle, you shall too, and not to your women.
That was your pace.
Why, sir, I trust I may have leave to speak, and speak I will. I am no child, no babe. Your betters have endured me speak my mind, and if you cannot rest, you stop your ears. My tongue will tell the anger of my heart, or else my heart concealing it will break. And rather than it shall, I will be free, even to the uttermost, as I please in words.
Thou accountest it's true. 'Tis a paltry cap, a custard coffin, a bauble, a silken pie. I love thee well, and thou likest it not.
Love me or love me not, I like the cap, and it I will have, or I will have none.
The gown? Why, come, tailor, let us see it. Why, what masking stuff is here? What is this? A sleeve? 'Tis up and down, carved like an apple tart. Here snip and nip and cut and slish and slash like a censor in a barber shop. What in hell's name, tailor, callest thou this?
I see she's like to have either cap nor gown.
You bid me make it orderly and well, according to the fashion and the time.
Marry and did, but if you be remembered, I did not bid you mar it to the time. Go hop me over every kennel home, for you shall hop without my custom, sir. I'll none of it, hence make you best of it.
I never saw a better fashion gown, more quaint, more pleasing, nor more commendable. Belike you need to make a puppet of me.
Why, true, thou meanst to make a puppet of thee.
She says your worship is to make a puppet of her.
Oh, monstrous arrogance, thou liest, thou thread, thou braved in my own house with a skein of thread. Out, thou rag, thou quantity, thou remnant. I tell thee, that thou hast marred her gown.
Your worship is deceived. The gown is made just as my master had direction. Romeo gave order how it should be done.
I gave you no such order. I gave him the stuff.
And how did you desire it should be made?
Marry, sir, with needle and thread.
And did you not request to have it cut?
Thou have faced many things.
I have.
Face not me. Thou have braved many men. Brave not be. I shall neither be faced nor brave. I said unto thee, I bid my master cut out the gown, but I did not bid him to cut it to pieces. Ergo, thou liest.
Why, here is the note of fashion to testify.
That note lies in the throat if you say I said so.
Read it.
Imprimis, a loose-bodied gown.
Master, if I ever said a loose-bodied gown, sew me in the skirts of it and beat me with the bottom of a brown thread. I said a gown.
Proceed.
With a small compass case.
I confess the cape.
With a trunk sleeve.
I confess 2 sleeves.
With the sleeves curiously cut.
Ah, there's the filthy.
Error in the bill, error in the bill. I commanded the gown be cut out and sewn up again. And I will prove unto thee that thy finger be armed in a little thimble.
This that I say is true, and I have thee in a place where thou shouldst know it.
I am 40 straight. Take thou the bill and give me thy meteor, and spare not me.
Oh, mercy, Grumio, they shall have no alms.
In truth, the gown is not for me.
You are in the right, sir. 'Tis for my mistress.
Go take it up unto thy master's use.
Really, not for thy life. Take up my mistress' gown for thy master's use.
Why, sir, what's your conceit in that?
The conceit is deeper than you think for. Take up my mistress' gown for his master's use. Oh, 555.
Hortensio, say thou wilt see the tailor paid. Go take it hence and say no more.
Tailor, I'll pay thee for thy gown tomorrow. Take no unkindness in his hasty words. Away, I say, commend me to thy master.
Come, my Kate, we will return unto thy mother, even in these honest, mean habiliments. Our purses shall be proud, our garments full. But it is the mind that makes the body rich. As sun breaks through the darkest cloud, so honor appeareth in the meanest heaven. If thou accountest it shame, lay it on me, and therefore frolic. For we will forthwith to feast and sport us at thy mother. Go call my men, and let us straight to her. There we will mount, and thither walk on foot. Let's see, 'tis now some 7 o'clock, and well, we may come to be there by dinner time.
I dare assure you, sir, 'tis now some 2 o'clock, and 'twill be supper time ere you come there.
It shall be 7 ere I go to horse. Look, what I speak or do or think to do, you are still crossing it. Sirs, let it alone. I will not go today, and ere I do, it shall be what o'clock I say it is.
Why, so this gallant will command the sun.
Sir, this is the house. Was it you that I called?
Ah, sir, what else? And but I beg to see, Senor Baptista may remember me. Near 20 years ago in Genoa, where we were lodgers at the pit.
Well, hold your own in any case. Such austerity is longing to a father.
I warrant you. But sir, here comes...
Imagine to the right Enchantio.
Tut, fear not me.
Hast thou done thy errand to Baptista?
I told him that your father was at Venice, and that you looked for him this day in Padua.
Thou art a tall fellow, only to a drink. Here comes Baptista. Sit accounting, sir. Signor Baptista, you are happily met. Father, this is the gentleman I told you of. I pray you, stand good father to me now. Give Bianca for my patrimony.
Stop, son. Man, by your...
And fair maiden, good day to thee. Embrace her, Kate, for her beauty's sake.
It'll make a man mad to make a woman of him.
Young, budding virgin, fair and fresh and sweet. Whither away, or where is thy abode? Happy the parents of so fair a child. Happier the man whom favorable stars allots thee for his lovely bedfellow.
Kate, I hope thou art not mad, for this is a man, old, wrinkled, withered, faded, and not a maiden as thou sayest it is.
Pardon, dear father. Is ready.
I fly, Biondello, but they may chance need thee at home, therefore leave us.
Nay.
This is Lucentio's house. My mother bears a little more towards the market. Thither must I, and here I leave you, sir.
You shall not choose to drink before you go. I think I shall command your welcome here. With all likelihood, some cheers toward.
They're busy within. You best not loud.
What's he that knocks as he would beat down the gate?
Is Signor Lucentio within, sir?
He's within, sir, but not to be spoken withal.
What if a man bring him £100 or two to make him merry withal?
Keep your 100 pounds to yourself. He shall need none so long as I live.
I told you your son was well beloved throughout Padua. But do you hear, sir, to leave frivolous circumstances, I hope you do tell Signor Lucentio that his father is come from Pisa and is here at the door to speak with him.
Tell what? His father is come from Pisa and here looking out at the door.
Art thou his father?
Aye, sir. So his mother says, if I may believe her.
Why, how now? Why, it is flat knavery to take upon you another man's name.
Lay hands on a villain. I believe it means the toting somebody in the city under my countenance.
I have seen them in the church together. God send him good shipping. But who is this? Mine old master Vincentio? Now we are undone and brought to nothing.
Come hither, Crackham.
I hope I may choose, sir.
Come hither, you rogue. What, have you forgot me?
Forgot you? No, sir. I could never forget you, for I never saw you before in all my life.
What, you notorious villain? Dost thou not remember thy master's father, Vincentio?
Mine old worshipful old master? Married, sir. See where he looks out the door.
Is it so indeed?
He's a madman! Will murder me!
Senor Baptista!
Prithee, Kate, let's stand aside and see the end of this controversy.
Sir! What are that ought to be my servant?
What am I, sir? Nay, what are you, sir? Oh,
Undone.
Pardon, sweet father.
lives my sweet son?
Pardon, dear father, how hast thou offended? Where's Lucentio?
Here's Lucentio. Right son to the right Vincentio, who had by marriage made thy daughter mine, while counterfeit supposes bleared thine eye.
First kiss me, Kate, will we?
What, in the midst of the street?
What? Art thou ashamed of me?
Not ashamed, sir, God forbid, but ashamed to kiss.
Come, let's home again. Sirrah, let's away.
Nay, I will give thee a kiss. Now pray thee, love, stay.
Is this not well? Come, my Kate. Better once than never, for never to me.
At last, though long our jarring notes agree, and time it is when raging war is done to smile at escapes and perils overblown. My sweet Bianca, bid my father welcome, while I with self-same kindness welcome thine. Brother Petruchio, sister Katharina, and now lovely Hortensia with thy loving widow. Feast with the best, welcome to my house. My banquet is to close our stomachs up after our great good cheer. I pray thee sit down, for now we sit to chat as well as eat.
Nothing but sit and eat and eat.
Padua affords this kindness, son Petruchio.
Title affords nothing but what is kind.
For both our sakes, and would that word were true.
Now by my life, Hortensio fears his widow.
You will never trust me if I be feared.
You are very sensible, and yet you miss my sense. I mean, Hortensio is afeard of you.